I have a small presentation I would like to share with you. Kareem asked that I share this with you. And just to introduce myself, my name is Shamar Kennard. I am the brother of Kareem Tabar. I'm his oldest brother, but I look younger. Don't I? Let me stop. But Shamar Kennard, I actually live in Connecticut, born and raised in Springfield, Massachusetts. Graduated from Commerce 2002. I see some of my old classmate, Chris Howard. Let's welcome Chris. Let's celebrate Chris real quick. And I gotta shout out my mother. She here, Alice Faye Kennard. I see you. God bless you, Ma. My pops Dukes, Jala Swatsi. And of course, my sisters, Unica, Shamara, and my nephew, Ray Ray. The family's in the house. We had to represent. But I'm not gonna weary your patience. I'm gonna get right into the presentation. And let me just go right there. We're gonna talk about rewiring your appetite. We all like to eat, don't we? Yes. And sometimes we eat a little too much. So I'm just gonna share some things with you that I hope will resonate and help you all live a healthy life, because health is wealth. So first of all, I am not a doctor. I do have an MBA in business, but I am not a doctor. These are just my opinions only. I am not experienced or trained in this area. I'm not giving advice. Please see your doctor. If you don't have a doctor, I encourage you, get a doctor, especially young black males. I don't know what's wrong with us. We feel like, we don't need doctors, but please get a doctor. And last but not least, this is just for informational purposes only. All right, I'm gonna share a little bit of my story about mid-presentation so you get an understanding as to why I feel so passionate about health. So first and foremost, you and your body, you gotta understand that we all created an image of God, right? The likeness of God, we stand as beings. Because of that, we should take, crucial care of ourselves. We were designed to produce. We weren't designed to just sit around and do nothing and collect welfare checks. No. We were designed to create because we're created in his image and God is a creator. Therefore, we're little creators and that's what we're designed to do. Our body is our number one asset. I know we like our cars. I know we like our jewelry. We like our houses. We like our children, all that good stuff. But you need to understand that just point to yourself. You are your number one asset, right? Therefore, we need to take care of ourselves. You are what you eat, right? What goes in comes out. You become literally what you eat. And be convicted about your health and well-being. Honor your temple. Our bodies are the temple of God, right? So we need to take care of these bodies that God has loaned us because we're on loan. And you know how I know we're on loan? Because we got to go back to the dust. Everyone in this room is going to die, right? But the important thing is, what is your quality of life while you're alive, right? So we're going to get right into it. Leading causes of death. This is as of 2001. Number one, heart disease. Almost 700,000 per year. That's 1 in every 5 deaths. Someone's dying of some kind of heart disease, right? I'm sure you have family members and friends and you found out maybe someone passed from a heart attack or something. That's number one. Cancer is number 2, COVID number 3. Excuse the picture there, but stroke, chronic, lower respiratory diseases, and other diseases. I can't even see that because that picture is hiding, but really, I didn't want to focus on the others under. I wanted to focus on the heart disease, right? We know COVID was crazy, but look at heart disease, still number 1 of all time, heart disease. Do you not know that the American diet is now beginning to transfer to places like Asia and Africa, and now those individuals are dying of heart disease? It's something in the food, and that's what we're going to talk about. But I want you to focus on the heart disease, that a lot of people dying of heart attacks. And the stats don't lie. Here's the sad truth. Heart disease is the leading cause of death for men, women, and people of most racial and ethnic groups in the United States. It's not terrorist attacks. It's heart disease. 1 person dies every 33 seconds in the United States from cardiovascular disease. 33 seconds. That's half a minute. People dying just like that. In their sleep, while they're playing basketball. Who was that football player that just passed out? Remember that? It was a heart attack, if I'm not mistaken. Thank the Lord he's still alive. Heart disease costs the United States $240 billion each year. And this is 2018 to 2019. You can only imagine what the cost is now. We wonder where our tax dollars are going. Folks having heart attacks. This includes the cost of health care, services, medicines, and all that good stuff in regards to death. So that's the sad truth. And I do see a mixture of individuals here. I see blacks, I see whites, I see Hispanics, and let's celebrate diversity. Let's celebrate diversity. But I do want to focus on the black community because Springfield, especially this area, is primarily the black community. So I'm not trying to, not give honor to any other ethnic group, but I want to focus on the black folks because this is scary. This is scary. Look at this. 59% of black adults have hypertension. Can anyone tell me what hypertension is? High blood pressure. Woo! And it's high blood pressure that causes strokes, that causes heart attacks, that causes kidney failures. High blood pressure, they call it the silent killer. It's the thing that resides in you, you don't even know you have it. Sometimes you may wonder you have all these migraines and headaches. You might have high blood pressure. But anyways, 59, almost 60% of black adults have it. This is the highest prevalence among all racial and ethnic groups. Black folk is leading everyone with high blood pressure. Sad. Black men, where my brothers at? Where my black men? Can I get a hoorah? Hoorah! Black men have a 70% higher risk of heart failure compared to white men. 70%? Woo! That's scary. Black women, where my ladies? Women, where you at? Can I get a hey? Black women have a 50% higher risk of heart failure compared with white women. We got work to do, sisters. We got work to do. Black adults are more than twice as likely as white adults to be hospitalized for heart failure. They also spend longer time in the hospital and are likely to be admitted again within 3 months. So you're pretty much in the hospital, you get well, and you go back again because of poor health. And with my Latinos and Latinas, you in the house? Come on, stop, my brother. Muy bien, muy bien. Hispanic adults are more likely than white adults to have heart failure. So, brother, you got work to do. You got work to do. Black adults are 40% more likely to have high blood pressure than white adults, and for those who do, it's less likely under control. Meaning that about 40% of us just don't know we have it. We just don't know. Black adults were 1.3 times more likely to be obese than white adults. Does anyone know what obese is? To be obese. Yeah, overweight. You're fat. Right. Black adults are 60% more likely than white adults to be diagnosed with diabetes. This is a big one. This is a chronic disease that contributes to narrowing and hardening of your arteries. So diabetes is what they call sugar. The old folks will call it sugar. You got that sugar? And I'm not going to ask who has the sugar, but 60% of black adults are more likely to have it, right? So I want to share with you these stats because I'm gonna get to the core as to why. Black people, we're leading in the wrong category. So we're leading, but in the wrong way. Look at this. 22.6% of deaths were caused by a heart attack in 2021 was by black people. That's crazy. And to know that blacks are the minority. We're only a minority. That means we're not the majority, but yet we lead in all deaths caused by heart disease. Isn't that scary? Are y'all concerned? I'm mad about this. I don't know about y'all, but I'm mad about this. So why are we so healthy? Why are we so unhealthy? Why? The American diet. Who like a cheeseburger? Extra cheese on that thing, lettuce, pickles, tomatoes, with the bun and the tomato, the mayo and all that good stuff, the onion rings, the fries. That sound good, right? Yeah, y'all kind of quiet on me. Listen, I didn't come to condemn. I'm just sharing some information that's going to help us. But it's the American diet. That's why we're so unhealthy, people. Every corner is a McDonald's, there's a Burger King, there's a Wendy's, a Chick-fil-A. And we know we love our Popeyes. Can I get an amen for Popeyes? I know y'all like them chicken sandwiches. But this stuff is high in fat, sugar, sodium. Almost 50% of Americans are obese because of what they eat. Impaired cardiac function, which is high blood pressure, is one of the leading causes of heart disease and stroke. I'm not going to call my mother out, but she had a stroke some years ago, and thank the Lord that she survived it. But a lot had to do with diet and how we take care of ourselves. And I want to get to you all that didn't have a stroke yet because I love you, and I want to warn you, you got to change your habits and how you take care of yourself because you could be in this number, right? It increases your risk of diabetes. More than 85% of people with type 2 diabetes are overweight. So that's pretty much saying if you're overweight, you have an 85% chance of getting diabetes. That's scary. Woo! You got to get in that treadmill. It negatively affects your brain, right? We wonder why we can't think right. We stress, we depressed. What you eating? You are what you eat. You eat bad, you're going to be bad. You're going to think bad, right? Always tired. Every time you see them, tired. Why are you tired? What you doing? Look at this. It can worsen asthma and eczema, right? Diet can help you breathe better and plays a significant role in your skin's overall health. So you wonder why you're always itchy, you got eczema on it. It's what you're eating. It's what you're eating. Why are we unhealthy? Number 2, processed foods. Y'all know what processed foods are, right? Who likes some Cheetos? Huh? Who likes some Lay's potato chips? Y'all can raise your hand if you like. You like them? You like them? I like them. Right, but look at that. Marshmallows, Doritos, peanut butter, syrup, all that's processed. Pizza, I love me a pizza. Processed foods. And you know I had to get wonk wonk on this thing, because we know we love our wonk wonk. Look at that. Fried rice, pork fried rice. 5 minute, pork fried rice. You got the chicken fingers on that thing. I love them chicken fingers with the duck sauce. What? I don't know how one won't make them duck sauce, but that thing right. General Tso chicken, all that's processed foods that we're eating, right? Processed foods is the foods that changes any way from the natural state. So, for example, if you get an apple and you break that apple up and make an apple pie, that's processed food. So anything that changes from its original state is processed food. It's loaded with additives, sodium, sugar. It's designed to keep you eating. You eat a McDonald's fry? What? You addicted. I don't know about you, but I got kids. Every time I drive by McDonald's, they go crazy. They see the arches and start going crazy. I'm like, relax. I got a little girl, she 1 years old, and she's munching on fries already. I'm like, Lord have mercy. But it's designed that way to keep us coming back. That's why you can't just eat one cookie or cracker. You find yourself munching on the whole bag. The worst processed foods for your diet are typically ready to eat and low in nutrients. They include cookies, sugary drinks like sodas, deli meats, frozen pizzas, salty snacks, chips, all that stuff. Breakfast cereals. We all think Cheerios is good for the heart, right? That stuff is loaded with sodium and just crazy poison that's designed to keep you coming back for more. And I'm going to get a little more into that as we continue. It wasn't originally designed to be what it is today. It wasn't. You know where it started? Processed food has always been around since the creation of time, right? Let's be real. If you get a potato, yes, you can eat a whole, but you like eating tater tots. That's okay, right? It's how you cook it. That's what matters. But what I'm trying to say is what happened with processed foods is it started with the military. I believe it was World War II. We found that soldiers, they were dying left and right, and it wasn't from bullet wounds. They were dying from malnutrition. So what happened is they hired a whole bunch of scientists to get together to figure out how can we feed the soldiers while they're still in the field. They came up with processed foods. I don't know if you noticed, but military, they have certain foods that's processed that can last a long time. How does it last so long? Sodium additive to keep it preserved. So that's where processed foods originated. It was for war. It wasn't for us. But guess what happened? It became a money-making business. They said, hey, listen, maybe we can make that Kraft macaroni and cheese. They can just pop it in the microwave less than 2 minutes, and they got a meal. So they begin to market that, and look at what we have today, right? So that's where, I just want to give you the origins of processed foods and why it's so big today. It's convenient. Some of you are mom. Who a mom in here? Raise your hand if you're a mom. And who's a working mom? Isn't it convenient to get that Kraft macaroni and cheese and just pop that thing in the microwave and here you go, baby? It's convenient. Let's be real. For me, it's convenient. But it's designed that way. It's designed to push you all out in the workplace so you can load your kids up with processed foods. And what happens with that? We eat that, we get sick, and guess what? We go to the doctors, they give us medicine, the pharmaceutical companies making money. It's a vicious cycle, people. The last thing I want to touch on, and I just provided 3, inactivity. We just don't move. Right now, we just sitting down. If y'all don't mind, can y'all stand up real quick? Real quick, come on, stand up. Listen, I guarantee if you stand up right now, you done just got another year or another day of life, and just pick up your feet like this. Come on, pick them up. Come on, let's get a little active. Come on, we've been sitting down. Let's get that blood flow. All right, thank you, sit down. You all just added a day to your life. We are sitting more than ever. Most of us have jobs. I got one where I work from home, and I'm just sitting there. You ever sit down so long when your feet get numb? Especially with the social media. You be on TikTok and on Instagram on the toilet, and the feet get numb. And you get up like, oh, Lord. That's what we doing. We sitting, and the more you sit, the more you die. Wonderful, wonderful. Moving helps your body digest fats and sugars, etc. So when you sit, your digestive system is not as efficient. So you retain all those fats and sugars and all that stuff. It just starts sticking to your leg. You wonder why you got a big old leg. And then we live in a culture where we like girls with big butts. Sad, hip-hop, messed up women. We think it's cute to have a big butt and big breasts. You know what's causing that most of the time? Sugar, grease, Popeye's chicken. And we think it's sexy. It's killing us, people. We gotta change. Sitting could cause anxiety and depression. We wonder why we're depressed. We got everything we need. We got everything we could desire. We got houses, we got cars, we got money, but we depressed. What you eating? Physical inactivity contributes to over 3 million preventable deaths. So if you just get active, just do this 5 minutes when you wake up. You can prevent all these diseases. Sitting can cause cancers. Cancers, that's a big one. No one talk about cancers no more. We're more concerned about COVID, but more people dying of cancers all the time. But sitting could cause that. It causes heart disease, diabetes, vein issues, stiff neck and shoulders. I said necks, but it means neck. Stiff neck and shoulders. So I encourage you all, get up, get active. So here's my journey real quick. How much time I got, sister? About 2 more minutes. So here's my journey. The reason why I'm so passionate about this, I was always active. I took martial arts with Master Griffin. Anybody know Master Griffin? Come on, son! Chinese Kung Fu Bao? Come on! Yeah, Master Griffin. Where Pops at? He put me, we used to spar all the time. One time I threw a kick and he did a little sweep. Had me on my back. But listen, so I was always active, always doing my thing. But my blood pressure was high. I'm like, I'll be 40 in July, but my mid-20s to late 20s, I would go to the doctor and my blood pressure is high. Kareem's here? Wonderful, wonderful. We're about to introduce him in 1 second. But my blood pressure was always high, right? Why is that? I don't look good, but my blood pressure was high. So I didn't really understand why. So I began to investigate, and I changed how I eat, when I eat, what I eat, where I eat, and why I eat. I began to change that, and my blood pressure came down. I dropped 20 pounds. I feel good. I feel like a champion. I feel like I can make it. Because all what I did was change how I eat. I have more energy, I have more confidence. I'm married now, going on 20 years in October. Been married, 20 years to my bride. Yeah. Some of y'all, if y'all know what her name Michelle. It used to be Michelle Paulette Finch, but now it's Michelle Kennard, right? But I got more energy from my boo. She can't keep up with me now. Oh yes. And I can play with my kids, I feel good, I can play ball, I can still beat my kids. But I'm honoring God with my body. Our bodies, again, are the temple of God, right? And if you don't honor this body, God said he's going to destroy it. See, we think the weed smoker, we think the alcohol drinker, we think the crackhead, we think those are the individuals destroying their bodies. No, it's not just them. What about the folks eating the Big Macs all the time? All right, I'm almost done. So what's the solution? Because I gave you all these facts and data, but what is the solution? What can you do? Number one, eat better. Eat foods low in saturated fats and high in fiber. Fiber like apples, apple a day, keep the doctor away. That's true. Eat that apple. And get some regular physical activity. Cook your food. People don't cook no more. And when you cook it, stop putting so much grease on that thing. Use some olive oil. Reduce your meat intake. We just eat meat. Like we carnivore. We dinosaurs out this piece. Eat some more fruits and veggies. All right? Stop eating so much. We eat for convenience, right? We eat because we just want to eat. We play a nice movie. We got to sit down, popcorn. Yeah, that's the worst time to eat is at night. Right before you wonder why you had a bad dream. What you eat? I had a vision from God. No, you didn't. You was eating that Popeye's chicken. So stop eating so much. Try to stop eating by 8 p.m. every day. You got to give your digestive system a rest. You ever heard of the term breakfast? You know what that means? Break fast. So when you break your fast, even when you break your fast, don't start eating waffles and pancakes. No, drink water. Let that thing work. And then eat some fruit or something, and you'll have a good day. Drink water. Drink water. Get rid of all the other drinks. If you drink a soda, today's your last day. I quit. Get rid of it. It's poison. I'm telling you, it's poison. Drink water. Get active. We talked about it. Walk, stretch, get some cardio in there, play, do some gardening. I got my little basil in my garden right now. I got my parsley and all that, arugula. I'm gardening now. I love vegetables now. So garden. Rest. We got to get our rest, people. Get at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep every night. It allows your organs and your body to recuperate. It restores the body. A lack of sleep can increase the risk of heart disease. Sleep. Affect your immune system. You wonder why you're always sick? You're not sleeping because you're up stressing because of what you're eating. Weight gain, high blood pressure, low sex drive. For those of you that are married, because I don't subscribe if you're not, but if you're married, you can't even get it on because you're eating right. You're not eating right. Eat right. Memory issues, forgetting names and stuff. You see John and you call him Billy. You know he ain't Billy, that's John. Get some rest. If you sleep good, you'll be able to function. So I'll leave you with this. Love yourself and honor God. Be convicted about your health. Educate yourself. We got YouTube, we got Twitter, we got all these social media, but we're using it for the wrong reasons. I dare you to start searching up how do I get healthy, and you will find some good things out there. You only have one life. Honor your life. Honor God. Love yourself. Shift your mindset. Change your appetite. Amen? Amen. All right, just lastly, there's few more solutions. There's a link, and please, I ask you to download it. It's called Yucca. And as you can see here, this is an example of Honey Nut Cheerios. I don't know about y'all, but I like the cinnamon Cheerios. But Honey Nut Cheerios is a favorite among many. Look at that. This app tells you out of 100, 0 being the worst, 100 being the best, how good or bad this cereal is. Look at that. Honey Nut Cheerios is 8 out of 100. We think it's healthy, but look at that. Why? It's full of additives and sugars and calories and sodium. It's poison, but we eat it every morning. Look at this book right here I have. It's called How Not to Die. And I would encourage you to go on Amazon to buy it. It's How Not to Die. It's written by a man named Michael Greger. It has some great facts and solutions for you to get healthy. How Not to Die. Real quick, I'll just give you another example. Cheerios. This is the regular brand. This is not even the Honey Nut or the Apple Cinnamon. Look at this. 30 out of 100. Look at the Pop-Tarts. You know we love our I love Pop-Tarts. Look at the Pop-Tarts. 3 out of 100. We poisoning our kids. I should have put Eggo waffles on it. Them things is crazy. Look at the Cheetos. Those are my favorite, the crunchy ones. 1 out of 100. And we just snacking on them like nothing. Just be walking down the street snacking. Listen to some R&B. Nah, come on, you dying. And what I love about this app, it provides recommendations. So if you click on the Cheetos, it'll tell you like what is recommended, and it's better. It's like 80 out of 100 or 100 out of 100. So please, download that app. It's called Yucca. Right there, Yucca. Y'all got that? Was this helpful? We good? All right. I'm going to stop here because I'm going to introduce the main event. But any questions, any comments before I introduce Kareem? All right. We got to get to the main event now. All right. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? All right. I got the introduction. I'm going to read it to y'all. Born and raised in Springfield, Massachusetts, Kareem, he succumbed to the fast life. He found himself behind bars. He was just another statistic in the system. He was a 9th grade dropout, a menace to society. Dude was selfish. His motivation was to get all that he can get by any means necessary. That was his mindset. It took getting locked up for something he didn't do that he realized that his destiny would only rinse and repeat if he continued to stay in the life that he was in. At that moment, an awakening took place in his soul, and a realization that the system was designed to keep young men of color in the rat race that only ends in death, jail, or drugs. Finally, an epiphany, an understanding of the universal law that what you sow, you shall reap. It hit hard. It resonated. Kareem came to the conclusion that a change of the mindset was the solution. He made a promise to himself that everything that was taken from him will be regained plus more. He realized that he had talents and gifts that he would have to use for good. He began studying. He obtained his GED. He attended college. Kareem is now self-educated. He reads multiple books each month. He went from working in 5 different barbershops to now owning his own. Kareem utilized his voice and began to spread a positive message that will get the community thinking and change lives. That message is, wake up. Wake up. Wake up! This message was spread through different venues, including music, book clubs, special appearances on News 22 and News 40, the annual Wake Up community event, which is done every summer at Adams Park. Kareem started a book club with middle school kids, teaching them financial literacy and the importance of money management. I'm almost done. Kareem went from helping destroy his community to now helping build it up. A visionary, an activist, a barber, poet, speaker, father of 3 boys, and a respected young man throughout the community who was on a mission to spreading love, knowledge, and giving the people hope and light in a very hopeless and dark world. Let's welcome at this time the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, Kareem Jabbar!
Wow. How y'all feeling out there? Come on, come on, come on. How y'all feeling out there? I need the energy, I need the energy. Wow, that was an amazing intro. Music. Wow, this is it, this is it. This is what I've been working toward for a long time now. I feel like I'm impregnated and I'm ready to give birth. Wow, this is beautiful. So, wow, Rewiring the Mind seminar, we here. Wow. So before I begin, I want to thank my team. I want to thank everyone that helped me in putting this together. It's been a long time coming. This is something I was supposed to do last year, but I've been contemplating and I'm finally here. So give it up for my team. Give it up for my team. Secondly, I want to thank everyone that's here showing love, all of you guys. You guys didn't have to be here today, but you guys came in support of me. It means everything to me. So give yourselves a round of applause. All right, let's begin. So my name is Kareem Jabbar, and I'm a community activist, youth mentor, father of 3. I'm a business owner, professional barber. I am a self-made entrepreneur. I believe in working for yourself, being your own boss, taking a percentage of the money you make, your income, your profit, investing that profit to make a bigger profit, and doing it over and over and over again. creating multiple streams, multiple sources of income. This is how a small group of people compared to the majority live their lives, which we call, or what they call, the good life. Self-sufficiency plus ownership equals freedom. Because I believe we all want freedom. Freedom to come and go as we please. Freedom to live and experience life to the fullest. I have an organization, which I'm founder of, that's now over a decade, called the Wake Up Movement. And the mission of the Wake Up Movement is to spread peace, love, and unity throughout all communities, utilizing education, mentorship, and community activism. Wake Up Movement, we believe in order to create real change, in order to create true change, we must first unify, right? And come together on the same accord. Because if we look at the world today, we can see that the majority of us are divided and unaware. Mainly because we do not know who we are. One of the greatest jewels and one of the most powerful things you can give yourself is knowledge of self. Knowing who you are and where you stand in this day and time. Now, the single most important thing right now, in this moment, at this time, ladies and gentlemen, is rewiring the mind. Rewiring the mind. Reprogramming the mind. Downloading valuable knowledge and information into your mind, which in return will attract the people, the places, the things and circumstances that's in harmony with your thoughts and ideas. Right? Have you ever heard this saying before? So let me back it up. We have all been programmed, whether we believe it or not. From the time we came out of our mother's womb, we've been indoctrinated by our environment, which shaped our beliefs on how we see the world. We've been indoctrinated by society's rules, by its governments, by its beliefs, its laws, right? Different cultures, religion, our parents, churches, schools, holidays, so on and so on. And these rules hooked our attention and formed our mindset on how we see things, our perception. Our parents and the adults around us hooked our attention and put all types of information in our minds through repetition. Check this out. If we were only told our name one time, we wouldn't know what it is. That's how we know and learn everything that we know. Have you ever heard this statement before? The mind is a terrible thing to waste. Or, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. Well, I'm convinced that the mind is similar to a magnet. Matter of fact, scratch that. Your mind is a magnet. And that you become what you think about. Our thoughts create our reality. Your whole life is a manifestation of the thoughts that go on in your mind. What you think about, you bring about, right? Whatever you sow, you reap. Your thoughts are like seeds, and the harvest you reap will depend on the seeds you plant. I like to compare the mind to a fertile garden, right? I like to compare the mind to a garden with fertile, right? Seeds. Whatever you plant, you think. If you think good and positive thoughts, you attract good and positive. If you think bad and negative thoughts, you attract bad and negative. Your mind is like a thermostat, which controls the temperature of your performances and your results. So, if you want to change the temperature of your performances and your results, you first must change your mind. Life is truly what we make it, ladies and gentlemen. Success is 5% strategy and 95% mindset. So let's begin to develop a successful mindset. But before I begin, I want to share a quote with you which I love by Andrew Carnegie that resonates with me. And it states, any idea that's held in the mind, that's emphasized, that's either feared or revered, will begin at once to clothe itself in the most convenient and appropriate form available. Let me repeat that. Any idea that's held in the mind, that's emphasized, that's either feared or revered, will begin at once to clothe itself in the most convenient and appropriate form available, which simply means whatever we give our attention to, whatever we give our focus and energy to, it amplifies and becomes a real thing. Whatever we give our energy, focus, and attention to, it amplifies and becomes a real thing. Which leads us to the first step in developing a successful mindset. Now, the first step in developing a successful mindset is self-awareness. Knowing who you are, having knowledge of self, having self-knowledge, and identifying what you want. Being clear on who you are and what you want for your life. It is important for you to figure out what you want for your life and then act as if you already have it. Imagination. Because the truth is, whatever we want and need is already here. If not in one state, then in another. It is absolutely important and necessary and imperative for you to figure out what you want for your life. Then once you figured out what you want for your life, you go and find those environments. Environments meaning being around the right type of people, doing the right type of things, right? That's of that nature of the thing that you want. Self-awareness. Y'all following me? Yeah. Take notes too, because this is very important. Now, the first point within self-awareness is purpose. Having a purpose is vitally important, right? Because your purpose is your why. Your purpose is your reason for getting out of bed every morning. Your purpose is that burning desire inside that keeps you going when everything in you wants to quit. Not having a purpose is like committing suicide, because your purpose is literally the essence of who you are. Our spiritual DNA is perfect. We are God's highest form of creation. Does that make sense to you all? We are God's highest form of creation, y'all. And I want to share something with you which I wrote down. There's perfection within every one of us, and that perfection seeks to express itself within and through us. Spirit is always for expansion, for expression, and it always shows the essence of who we are as pure and adulterated spirit. It always wants to express itself in a greater way. Purpose, right? So now, the second point within self-awareness is plan. Having a plan, planning, right? Definite, detailed, concrete action plan. Without a plan, you can't do nothing. You won't accomplish anything. And your plan is your guide. It is your roadmap that will lead you to your appointed destination. Your plan is your GPS. It is your vehicle that will get you to your purpose, right? Have you ever heard the saying, a man without a plan is a man planning to fail? This is true. So have a plan. And the third step, the third point within self-awareness is goals. Setting up goals. Daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, yearly goals. You could even break it down to daily, hourly goals or minute goals. But setting up goals that's in alignment with your purpose and plan. Now I want you to remember this. The major purpose for having a goal is not just to acquire it. The major purpose for setting up goals is to compel yourself to become the person it takes to achieve them. Becoming a person of value. In other words, attaining or getting a goal is not what's really important. What's far more important is what you become in the pursuit of it. Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see in the world. We have to be the change that we want to see. So it's all about becoming rather than attaining or getting. Because when you become a person of value, you become attractive. And success attracts success. Earl Nightingale, a well-known radio personnel, right, taught me the definition of success. And he says that success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Let's break that down. Let's unpack that for a minute. An ideal is an idea that you've fallen in love with, and you're progressively moving toward all the good that you desire. Right? Make sense? Earl Nightingale, that is success. And this is why. Because when you know what you want, you discovered your purpose, you've discovered your purpose, you created a plan, and you set out goals to achieve that plan, and you're continuously moving in that direction, you are a successful person, no matter how big or small. As long as you're moving in the direction of the thing that you want, you are a successful person. Because success is not where you are, success is where you're going. Make sense? Success is not where you are, success is where you're going. It is the direction you're moving in. It is your life aim. The basic law of life is create or disintegrate. If you're working toward a predetermined goal, you're creating. You're doing what God meant you to do. We've got to know where we are, and more importantly, we got to know where we're going. All right, so let's bring it to the top. Self-awareness, right? We have 3 points within self-awareness. Can any of you guys tell me what the 3 points are? I want to see if y'all paying attention.
Purpose.
What's the first point?
Self-awareness.
Purpose, plan, and goals. And with those 3 points, when applied, taking massive action, right, using application, right, you'll ultimately become a high-valued person. And ladies and gentlemen, that's what it's all about. Becoming a high-value person. Becoming a person of value. Because when you are a person of value, you become attractive. And when you are attractive, you can attract the things in your life that you want. Success attracts success. Like attracts like. High-value people attract high-value people. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the first step in developing a successful mindset. Give it up for yourselves one time. Yes, sir. How y'all feeling? Hey, we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. Man, y'all all looking at me. I'm like, I got to do this. Feels good, though. Something that, been in the making for a while. So, I don't want to be standing up for too long. I want to sit down and go on a level with you guys, all right? Is that okay? Yes. All right, so a little bit about me, right? Kareem Tabar, born in 1988. Lived here majority of my life. Grew up in a household, my mother, my father, 7 siblings. And in my household, you basically had to figure things out on your own, right? My mom worked all the time, so did my pops. So as a child, I often spent a lot of time by myself. I come from humble beginnings. I seen a lot, I heard a lot, opened doors that a child isn't supposed to open at a young age, which exposed me to things that weren't too good. Grew up in poverty, a lot of negativity. gang-related, drug-infested, welfare, food stamps, right? Section 8, Payless shoes. I mean, the struggle was definitely real, right? But most importantly, being in an environment and being around family and friends with self-limited beliefs. And although there was a lot of us, 14 in total, I still felt alone most of the time and would do things by myself. But while being alone, I developed a valuable skill. I developed a valuable quality through repetition, and I taught myself how to draw. I'm a visual artist. I can look at something, I can look at you and draw it the same exact way, right? But it was only through repetition, repeating and repeating, drawing the same picture over and over until I perfected it. And this taught me, ladies and gentlemen, patience and persistence, which leads us to the second step in developing a successful mindset. Patience and persistence, right? Now, patience and persistence are providers of progress. Let's talk about patience for a moment. What do you think about when you hear patience? Anyone? Waiting. What do you think about when you hear patience?
Calmness.
Calmness, right? So, patience is learning to handle the passing of time. Nothing comes overnight. If you want to be successful, you have to have patience. If you want to grow and develop, you have to have patience. Anything of value requires patience. It took patience for me to put this together, right? It takes patience to finish school. Children and adults. You can't go from the first grade to the 12th grade. You have to go through the process, step by step, day by day. Now, patience is also a form of deep understanding. But for most of us, we seem to want things right then and there, right here and now, instantly. Instant gratification. We live in a world where everything is fast-paced, microwavable, right? Technology is speeding up by the second. We live in a society where everyone is impulsive, reactive, quick to act. We're not thinking. We live in some interesting times, ladies and gentlemen, right? So we live in a society where everything is impulsive. And this is where we go wrong, because all things have a gestation or incubation period, which means everything comes at its appointed time. I was taught that when you plant a carrot, it takes approximately 70 days for it to grow and manifest in form. It takes the seed of a baby 280 days, 9 months. And we usually wait the 280 days to 9 months. Why? Because we know and we understand that's how long it will take. So be patient with yourselves and give yourself time, ladies and gentlemen, because time is the greatest force in the world. Patience. Now, persistence, on the other hand, simply means never stopping, always following through no matter what. If you start something, you're absolutely going to finish it, no matter how long it takes, no matter how many times you fail. You will fail your way to success, right? Lack of persistence is one of the major causes of failure, right? But you can only fail when you quit. So I want you all to write this down and remember this. A winner never quits and a quitter never wins. A winner never quits and a quitter never wins. Burn that into your mind, commit it to memory, and recite it every day. A winner never quits and a quitter never wins. Let's all say it together. A winner never quits and So, we on persistence, right? So I became a great barber through persistence. When I started cutting hair, like all things, when you first start, you make mistakes, right? I might have cut a few people, had customers angry with me, went too far back on the lineup, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't blend in the fade good enough, right? Customers angry with me, left, went to other barbershops, talked about me. It was bad, man. But I persisted, I stayed consistent and kept working. And you know the funny thing about that is, right? The customers that were angry with me talked about me, right? I had to go through it, but I kept pushing through. I kept working on my craft, and I even saw out mentorships. I seen other barbers that were great, and I watched them. I asked questions. And guess what? That's right. Most of them ended up coming back around, because that's how it works when you're persistent. Everything comes back around full circle with a greater and more powerful impact. Now, I'm a great barber. I own my own barbershop. I make pretty good money. I'm able to take care of myself and my family, but most importantly, I'm able to be a servant to my community. And that's one of the things that I love about ownership. I do a lot of different things outside of cutting hair, right? I'm an official referee. I just got my license back in last year. I can clap it up for that. Because that was a process right there. Do y'all know the humility of being a referee? We are all the bad guys. I'm the bad guy out there. But, you know, as time went on, you know, it starts to fade away. And now I just say, they yelling, they trying to get my attention, but they not going to get it. But, so yeah, refereeing, that was, you know, I ref high school, middle school, elementary, AAU games, tournaments, and it's a good workout too. Brother was talking about health, I get my run on. You know what I'm saying? So, and another thing I do outside of cutting hair is book club, yes. Started a book club teaching middle school kids and young adults financial literacy. Teaching them the difference between an asset and a liability. Teaching them about money management, credit, right? Teaching them about how to balance a check. You know, basically teaching them the things that I wish I had when I was a kid. Because if I had those things, we'll be so much further along, right? I tell everyone, adults, we done ran through a couple millions in our life. But because we didn't have the education, we don't know how to invest that money. So that's one of the reasons why I started the book club. Because the children is literally our future. And then whatever we putting in them now is going to be our karma. So be mindful of the things that you do and what you're giving out, right? Another, y'all clap it up for that. Yeah, clap it up for that. For the kids, right? For the future. Come on, y'all. Another thing that I do outside of cutting hair is I'm a DJ. I love DJing. I DJ private parties, weddings, proms, right? If anything that has to do with music and people having a good time, hey, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to do music when I was younger, but I don't do that no more. But I love music, man. Music is for the soul and all that good stuff. Chris already know. That's an entrepreneur. He does everything, right? He done started with the music. Yeah, this brother's crazy. Give it up for Chris. Give it up for Chris. Yes, sir. So, persistence, right? So I say all these things, and I want to share some quotes of some great, famous people on persistence and patience, right? So bear with me for a minute. I wrote some stuff down. So any of y'all know who Reggie Jackson was? Who was Reggie Jackson? Baseball player, right? Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But we don't hear about the strikeouts. People only remember the home runs. Be persistent. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments before achieving a light bulb. Be persistent. Michael Jordan himself said, I've missed more than 900 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeeded. So ladies and gentlemen, patience and persistence. All successful people, all great people they will tell you, and this is a fact, they failed way more times than they succeeded. So ladies and gentlemen, don't be afraid to fail. Because that's part of the process. A failure is a one step closer to success. So if you develop the qualities of patience and persistence, you can live a wonderful, prosperous life of freedom. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the second step in developing a successful mindset. Give it up for yourselves. Yes, sir. Oh, not yet. Hold on, I'm going too far. Oh, hold on. Let me go back. So yeah, we here, we gonna get through it. We almost there, y'all. How y'all feeling? Yo, this is love, man. Everybody that here, I love y'all, man, because I feel like everyone here knows my journey and watched me. So this is like personal to me, you know? You know, I decided to take it step by step. I don't want to just take the leap. I want to work my way up. So you guys gonna be with me, right? When they coming for me, y'all got my back? Come on, man. We gotta do this together. Right? All right, so let's move along, y'all. So, the third step in developing a successful mindset is one of my favorites that I love. Yes. And that is attitude of gratitude. Any of y'all practice gratitude? Ash, I already know you on it. Yes, sir. Right? So having an attitude of gratitude will definitely help you develop a successful mindset. Because gratitude is the attitude that hooks you up to your source of supply. How far you go in life will determine your attitude. It is our attitude towards life which will determine life's attitude toward us. So if you want to develop a good and a great attitude, treat others the way you want to be treated, right? So if you want to be loved and respected, then you treat others in that same way with love and respect. Like it's often said, do unto others what you want done unto you. Hold on, say that, what was that? Do unto others what you want done unto you. All you really have to do is watch and observe how others treat you to know how you ultimately treat yourself. Did y'all catch that? Write that down. All you have to do is observe and watch how others treat you to know how you ultimately treat yourself. The people we associate ourselves with are nothing but reflections of ourselves. So if you really think about that, you'll soon understand that it's on me, it's on you, it's on us to change ourselves to get the results that we want. Right? Clap it up for that. Come on. It's on us, y'all. It's like the man in the mirror. Right? I was watching an interview not too long ago of this lady, and while she was being interviewed, she said something profound that made a lot of sense, that resonated with me. And she said that the universe doesn't give you what you ask for. The universe gives you what you are. Right? Accountability. Taking full accountability of our lives and understanding that everything is our fault. And I mean everything. Right? Would y'all agree? Everything is our fault. And this is why practicing gratitude is so important. Because when you're grateful, life is never that serious, and you're always appreciative of life, right? So one of the things I want to do with you all today is I want us all to write out 10 things that we're grateful for. Can we do that? We'll take about 2 to 3 minutes to write out 10 things that we're grateful for. I want us all to participate in this exercise, all right? So we will write out 10 things that we're grateful for. All right? So I am grateful for life. I am grateful for my family. I am grateful for the sun. I am grateful for air to breathe. I am grateful for a bed to sleep in every day. I am grateful for hot water. I am grateful for water to drink. I am grateful for my 10 fingers. I am grateful for my 10 toes. I am grateful for my brothers. I am grateful for my sisters. I am grateful for my parents for birthing me in this world. I am grateful for the sun to be shining so bright today. It's a beautiful day. Felt like God said, I'm gonna let the sun shine for you today, Kyrie. Thank you, God. But being grateful, we all can be grateful for anything, man, because there's always someone out there that will do anything to get a portion of what you have. Gratitude. All right? We all good? So who would like to share some of the things they're grateful for? I want to hear it. Health. Yell it out, throw it out. Sanity. Food. Life. Myself. Struggle. Shelter. Heavenly Father. Second chances, that's a good one. Family, oh, I love it. Right. Salvation, oh. Peace of mind. Go ahead, Kaden. Jesus. Books and knowledge, yes, sir. Struggle. Gotta be grateful for the struggle. Forgiveness. Oh, grateful for life for 53 years. 60? How many? Oh, spouse. Been married for 50. Clap it up for that right there. Yes, sir. Grateful for grace. Yes, sir. Give me a couple more. Love. Community. Life. Yes. So we can all be grateful for the little things in life. I am forever grateful for the little things in life. Grateful for being able to have a bed to sleep in every day, food, clothing, and shelter. There's so many people out there that don't have anything, that will do anything to have a portion of what you have. So we must learn to be grateful. Even a bum on the street can be grateful. If you can't be appreciative of what you have, you'll never have more than you need. All right? Gratitude. And to sum it up with gratitude is an incredibly powerful tool for attracting abundance and success into your life. When you focus your mind on the things that you're grateful for, you open up yourself to receive even more blessings. By expressing gratitude for the good things in your life, you create a positive energy that attracts more positivity in your life. But gratitude is not just about attracting material wealth or success. It is also about cultivating a positive mindset that allows you to appreciate all the good things in life, no matter how small they may be. When you are grateful for the things you have, you create a sense of contentment and peace with. Yes, sir. Moving right along. Remember my mom used to always say that, moving right along. Yo, shout out to my mom. Y'all give it up for my mom in the building. She came out to support me. She know that I'm her favorite child on the low. Right, Ma? She loves Shamar, but Ma, you know. Ma, she always loved me. And what? Shoot. Hey, she be calling me for anything. Kyrie, where you at? Yo, man, you got all these kids. Why you calling me? You know, I love my mom, though, man. But without my mom, man, I tell you. Mom been through a lot, man. 8 kids, man. 8 kids. Taking care of all these kids, man. Give it up for my mom, man. Come on, man. We got through it, man. Look at us. Look at it. Look at it. You know what I mean? We here, man. This is can't stop it, man. We gonna get through it. So, moving right along. All right. So, cut down the music a little bit for me. Thank you. So the fourth step in developing a successful mindset. Y'all heard me say this word a lot. It's one of my favorite words. And that is environment. What are the first three things that come to mind when you hear environment? Anyone? Resources.
And air quality.
Air quality. Chris? Huh? Surroundings. That's good. Very good. People. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, the power of environment. I don't think people understand how important and how powerful environment is. Right? You can only be what your environment will allow you to be. You can only go as far as your environment will allow you to go. Environment is that invisible hand that shapes human behavior. Write that down. Environment is that invisible hand that shapes human behavior. I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a person that decides to change their life for the better, but is constantly surrounded by negative people. That person will never change for the better until they remove themselves from that environment and place themselves in alignment, right, with the environment that they seek. Does it make sense? That person will never change for the better until they change their environment and align themselves with a different type of environment, right, of the positive change that they're seeking. This is the power of environment. And that is why it's so important for you to surround yourself with the right type of people. People of positive influence. People that will bring value to your life. Show me your 5 closest friends and that's who you are. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Birds of a feather flock together. It's all energy. It goes back to the law of attraction. You can only attract to you that which is in harmony with you. Have you ever noticed when you're with someone for a long period of time, you start to pick up their ways and act like them? That is because you're constantly exchanging energy with each other. That is the same with environment. If a child is brought up in a hostile, negative environment most of their life, when that child reaches a certain age and at a certain point, they're only going to see the world in that way, from the perception, from the perspective and view of it being hostile and negative. I say that, and I think about my own personal experiences and some of the things I've been through in my teenage years. When I was about 12, 13 to about 18, I was living at 338 Wilbraham Road, Bristol Street, Adams Park. The most crucial years of my youth. Now, my parents did the best to raise us the best they can. They did a great job, indeed they did. But when you're in an environment that's negative, disenfranchised, uneducated, and everyone is operating in survival mode, most likely you're going to conform to it. And that's exactly what happened to me. When I was 16, I dropped out of high school and I started selling drugs. Because I no longer wanted to ask my parents for the things that I wanted. Because I knew they just didn't have it. They were too busy trying to pay bills and keep food in the house. They were operating in survival mode. So as I started selling drugs, right, the money was coming in fast and I was able to buy the things that I wanted. I felt like the man. I felt like no one could tell me anything, right? No one could tell me anything. I started getting involved in gang culture, right? Dealing with multiple women, doing all types of crazy stuff. Basically doing things that a young misguided kid would do in an unhealthy environment. I remember one time being robbed at gunpoint and thinking, that's the end of my life. Quick story. It was 3 a.m. in the morning, and I was on my way to my girlfriend's house. And while on my way, I remember someone asking me if I had some weed for sale, just randomly. I didn't really think anything of it because dude seemed pretty cool. So, as I went to make the sale, I go pull out the weed. He pulls out his gun, tells me to give it all up, and that he was such and such from another block that was beefing with the block that I was from. So I'm thinking my life is over. I literally seen my life flash before my eyes, right? So I give him everything. Take it, brother. Look, hey, you can have it, brother. I just want to live, right? So I give him everything, and after I give him everything, he tells me to turn around and walk away. So I'm thinking, he gonna shoot me in the back, execution style. Mind you, this is 3 a.m. in the morning. If he did it, he could have got away, right? Man, the feeling I had in my body, it's like I had an outer body experience, and everything just slowed down. So I'm walking, I'm like, man, this is over. This is it. Oh my God. But he didn't shoot, thank God. He didn't shoot me. That was my wake-up call. But because I was young, I was hard-headed and rebellious, and associated myself with people that were operating on the same lower level as me, I missed the lesson God was trying to show and teach me. And found myself deeper in the streets, trying to fill that void that I had inside. Eventually, I got locked up, caught a felony, and had 2 newborn babies less than 2 weeks apart. My older 2 sons, Unique and Sincere, 2007. Now that was a crazy year in my life, y'all. But I say all of these things, and I want to bring it back to environment. Because I was in that type of environment, those were the things that I encountered. Those were the things that I encountered. It was only until I removed myself from that type of environment was I was able to change my surroundings and change my conditions and circumstances. I had to get around a different set of people, right? Like it's often said, if you're around 5 or 6 millionaires, you will become one. You will become one because you start to take on those type of values. You start to take on those principles that they stand on. Those kind of conversations get impregnated in you, and over time, you change. This is the power of environment. Environment is that invisible hand that shapes human behavior. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the 4th step in developing a successful mindset. Give it up for yourselves. Thank you, thank you. Yes, we almost there, we almost there. How y'all feeling? I'm getting deep, I'm getting deep. Hey look, as you guys continue to rock with me and be supportive of me, we're gonna get deeper, we're gonna get more into the rabbit hole, we're just gonna keep working and working. So I appreciate you all. Give it up for yourselves one time, please, for coming out and supporting me today. This means everything to me. All right? So we're gonna moving right along. Moving right along. Who that am I? Yo, shout out to my father. Shout out to my father right here one time. Came through, this the man right here. Brother had 14 kids. You know, and hey, look, I just want to share this. I love my father because I understand my father. This man had a vision. This man had a dream. And his dream was to have all these kids and have all these kids work together, right? So that way we don't need nothing from no one. All we have to do is just go to each other. I love you for that, man. And this is what I do. This is one of the reasons why I do what I do. Because my sole purpose is to bring my family together. Because all we got in this world is our family, right? And we all family. But the soul, your brothers and sisters, that's a different type of love. And man, my mom, virgin, man, she had 8 kids, man, and I love you, Pops. I appreciate you, man. So, yeah, quick story. I remember being in elementary school. I was in 3rd grade, right? And I was drawing, because I love drawing. I wasn't supposed to be drawing. I was supposed to be doing my classwork. And my teacher came up to me, seeing what I was doing, and she had this surprised look on her face as if something just tragic just happened, right? So I'm thinking in my mind, I'm in trouble because I'm supposed to be doing my classwork, but I'm drawing. But to my surprise, she actually complimented my picture and encouraged me to pursue drawing. And at that very moment, I knew I had something special. I knew I had a gift, which leads us to the last and final step in developing a successful mindset. Your gift. Your God-given gift. We all have a gift inside of us. We all been born with a gift. We have all been born with deep reservoirs of talent within us. We are God's highest form of creation. We have been born with mental tools that enable us to create. Because check this out. God is the creator. We are his creation. So we're here to create with our gifts to bring forth the kingdom of God. Right? And your gift is the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. Your gift is the thing that comes natural without having to try hard. If you live in your gift, you will find your completeness. Until you live in your gift, you cannot be complete. And understand this, ladies and gentlemen, your gift is just as important as your education. And when the two are combined, you can do great and wonderful things in your life. So I encourage you all to develop your gift, because your gift will make room for you. And once again, your gift is the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. So I wrote down a couple scriptures I want to share, some of my favorite scriptures on gift. Proverbs 18, verse 16 says, "A man's gift make room for him and bring him before great men." A man's gift make room for him and bring him before great men. Have you ever wondered why celebrities or entertainers or great people make millions of dollars opposed to a 9-to-5 worker? Have you ever stopped to think maybe they're operating in their gifts, right? It don't matter if it's negative or positive. A gift is a gift. You can use it for the work of God or you can use it for the work of the devil, but you still have a gift, right? Proverbs 22, verse 29. Do you see someone skilled in their work? They will serve before kings. They will not serve before officials of low rank. Once again, we set ourselves short often, ladies and gentlemen. We should be operating in our gifts. And our gifts is the thing that we do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. Last night while preparing, this was my last side, and I was like, man, I got to figure out what I'm going to do with this gift. I found a couple scriptures I want to share with you all also. 1 Corinthians 12:4 says, "Now there are varieties of gifts, but the same Spirit." Right? So we all have different gifts, but it all comes from the same place, which is God. Exodus 31:3, "I have filled him with the Spirit of God and wisdom, and understanding and knowledge, and all kinds of craftsmanship." We have gifts within us. We have to tap into our gifts. 1 Corinthians 12:1 says, "But to each one is given the manifestation of the Spirit for the common good." So our spirit is our gifts. And we have to utilize our gifts to bring forth first and foremost, God's kingdom, but to inspire others to bring out their gifts. Make sense? So develop your gift. And what is your gift? Let me see who's been paying attention. What is your gift?
Absolutely thing you do the best at.
Exactly. The gift is the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. Is the thing that comes natural without having to try hard. So develop your gifts, ladies and gentlemen. And in closing, I had to come up with this too. My brother was in one. He's like, you gotta find the closure, man. You gotta close it out. I'm like, okay, I got you. Have any of you guys ever seen the movie Coach Carter? Remember that scene with the young Spanish kid? He was like the hard-headed one. That movie is powerful. If you ever get a chance to watch that movie, it's very inspiring. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to say this without looking at it, because I just like how the brother, he on that scene, how he just said it with like, I'm gonna try to say it like him. So in closing, our greatest gift, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Don't do that. I got you. Hold on. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people don't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine like children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Yeah. I got it. Hey, I've been practicing on that. Hey, I ain't going to bed till like 3, 4 in the morning. I'm like, I got to get this. And not only that, I'm going to prove it to the crowd that I'm going to do it. So, hey, look, I want to thank you all for coming out to Rewiring the Mind seminar. Kareem Tabar, Wake Up Movement. Together we can change the world. Let's all say it together. Together we can. Together we can change the world. Let's go. Give it up for yourselves. Thank you.